Howdy folks, this is Brian, and here's some advice. Hopefully you enjoy the story today. Today's letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Keeping a $300,000 Prize for Myself when I originally planned on splitting it with my boyfriend? And this is from Got Lucky 1245. I'm a 26-year-old female, and my boyfriend is a 27-year-old male, and he's really into cars. He recently discovered a charity project where they fix up an old Jaguar. It's worth around $300,000. You could buy that ticket for around $50 and enter, and the money went towards a good cause. My boyfriend is broke at the moment, so I offered to go halvesies with him on the ticket. He didn't want to because then the car wouldn't be totally his. I wasn't too worried about it, and I didn't mention it again. I did, however, buy a ticket for myself. Well, I won, and as of August 1st, I'll be the owner of the new car. When my boyfriend found out, he was really excited until I told him that I was going to sell it and put up half of it in my savings and invest the other half of it. He said, I can't sell our car without consulting him first. I told him it's my car and I can do whatever I want. Now he claims that it was all one big misunderstanding. And apparently he wanted to go halves the entire time, but hasn't gotten around to giving me the money yet. I called BS on it, but he keeps saying that we should make the decision together as a couple. Am I a jerk for going ahead with a plan to sell the car and keeping the money for myself? Well, OP, I'm going to say that you're not the jerk here. He had an opportunity to buy a ticket with you, and then he just chose not to. This was a matter of you decided that you wanted to buy a ticket, and he didn't, and I think his reaction where he was like, well, you can't sell our car is probably what ended up causing you to be really reluctant towards sharing this with him. And that's understandable, because you don't want to be forced to do something that you don't want to do. I mean, you were still going to share the prize money with him, but you had no interest in this car. If the roles had been reversed, for instance, then I'm sure you wouldn't have been demanding that he sell the car, for instance, and giving you half of the money. He's now a little jealous, it sounds like, and he wants to share in the prize. Well, he doesn't want to share in the prize. He wants the entire prize for himself, essentially. And because you probably aren't going to be one who's going to be using the car, it doesn't sound like you are really into classic cars like that, and it's probably not going to be something that you get any kind of benefit from. I would say that you can keep the money. You probably don't even have to share it with him. It might be a nice gesture to, buy him a dinner out or something like that. You two need to sit down and have better communication here. It sounds like buyer's remorse or lack of buyer's remorse. And I would also, consider your relationship, the dynamics of your relationship. Is this something that happens often? Is this a deal breaker? Or is this just like a one-time thing? You think he's just kind of acting this way because of the situation? I would definitely sit down with him. I would definitely talk to him about this, and I wouldn't let him get away with, his attitude here. I think that would be in poor form. But I definitely think that if you two have a strong relationship, and this is kind of just an out of the ordinary thing, then this might just be very situational for him. Anyhow, good luck. Congratulations. I hope that you enjoy your new car. Manny Princess says, not the jerk, dump him, no misunderstanding, he didn't want to spend $25 to split the ticket with you, now he's trying to manipulate you. I mean, I guess in some ways, yeah, he's trying to manipulate you a little bit. I don't know necessarily if this is systematic behavior of his, don't know what kind of relationship dynamics you have. If this is malicious, then I would consider, again, the relationship status here, and it doesn't necessarily sound like this is a constant behavior on his part, so I don't necessarily fully agree with immediately just dumping him, but I do think, again, you should talk about it. AJ72 says, it's your money now. He can either suck it up and be with you or leave, not the jerk. I'm a little more inclined to kind of agree with that one. He needs to be the person who has an attitude adjustment here, not you. You are not doing anything that's wrong. Jeff Harold says, sucking it up either builds a bad relationship that will harbor a long-lasting damage over time or will cause an unhappy marriage and a breakup. It's in OP's best interest to move on and find someone who isn't manipulative or greedy. I really think this is a really hard situation to judge because we have such a narrow, frame. We don't really see a lot of their relationship. So if this is systematic, if this is, a pattern of behavior, then I would definitely consider the breakup route, but again, what I said from before. Today we have a little bit of an odd story. I'm not sure what to think of it. I don't know if this is real or not, but let's get into it. Am I a jerk for refusing to help my wife clean up her mess? And this is from Am I a Jerk? Prank Mess. My wife recently tried to prank me by rigging a door with a bucket of paint. So whenever I opened the door, the paint would hit me. The thing is that it sort of failed. The paint indirectly splashed on me, but a vast majority of it hit the floor and splashed on the bed. So after I took a shower, she apologized and asked me to help clean up the mess. I refused. She purposely made the mess. I'm not going to help her then. So I just went in the room and started up a game while she cleaned up. Later that night, she was somehow still mad at me. She said that she apologized and she felt it was unfair that she was cleaning up something while I was on the computer not paying attention. I mean, why should I help my wife clean up when she made the stupid messy prank? Still, she's mad at me the next day. So, am I a jerk? Alright, OP, this is a weird one. If this really happened, then I'm gonna say that no, you're not a jerk, but also that this wasn't really a prank. A good joke is something that everyone finds funny. It shouldn't be at the expense of someone, and it should never cause damage, and it should never cause harm or any of those kinds of things. That's a good prank. It's something that everyone can be in on and have fun with. And likewise, there are jokes, and you don't always want to be at the butt of a joke, and if you are, then it stops being funny. This really seems strange. I kind of question your relationship dynamics. Do you two have a long history of playing pranks on each other? If that's the case, then I mean, you should have helped her. It would be also hard to understand, if this is something you two enjoy, then maybe you need to sit down and kind of have a talk about how to de-escalate something like that, because at that point in time, it isn't healthy, because she may end up injuring you, or you may end up injuring her if this is a, prank off type thing. If you had gotten the paint in your eyes, for instance, or if you had the paint bucket had landed on your head, then you could have been really injured from that. And I think that is potentially a really bad situation, that maybe those consequences weren't thought about. If this is just something that she's done out of the blue, then I would sit down and have a talk with her about this prank and why it was not actually a prank, and reiterate some of those points where prank is funny only if it's mutually enjoyable. So anyhow, good luck, and I hope that you two can work this out. Take care and good luck. Today's letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Telling My Brother That His Girlfriend's Biological Clock is Running Out? And this is from Throwaway Brother's Girlfriend. Alright, I didn't say these words exactly, but my brother's girlfriend was talking about how they wanted to have 3 more kids, but they wanted to get married first. They've been together for 4 years, and they're perfect together. They both have a child from a different relationship, and both have said that they want more kids. So they want 5 kids altogether. To note though, there's a big age difference here between my brother and his girlfriend. And they said that it's important to have more kids, but it's also important to be married first. So my brother's 27 and his girlfriend is 36. And I mentioned to him that if they want to have kids, they should get married soon, but if they're ready first. But I told him that to keep in mind that if he feels strongly enough about this, having more kids that is, that he should probably take this relationship to the next step. Because he needs to consider the health of his girlfriend, as it becomes more risky to carry and deliver a baby after 35. And if they want to have 3 more children, then she may be carrying kids at 40. He got really mad at me and told me to mind my own business and that his girlfriend will be fine. I'm not pushing him to marry if he isn't ready, but I told him that he needs to consider the health of his girlfriend and her well-being if she's going to carry his future children. Too long didn't read. My brother's girlfriend is 10 years older than him and she's reaching 40. If they want to have 3 kids together, by the time she reaches whatever cutoff age, then they need to get married ASAP. I paraphrase that. Edit. Because it was a bit unclear, his girlfriend came to my mother and me about her concerns. That's why I said something to him. She's ready to move forward and she's waiting for him. That's the only reason why I approached him. OP, I'm gonna say that you are actually a jerk here, and that you need to mind your own business. Now the thing is that you can actually be well into your 40s and have children safely. Now, that's actually not the issue here. The real issue here is that you are acting as a go-between between your brother and his girlfriend or fiance. That's not healthy. They need to be able to work out their own problems, and they need to be able to work out their own timeline for these types of things. I would suggest that you not act as that go-between, because that's not going to help them or the relationship. and in fact that may be harmful to the relationship. Consider allowing them to handle their own relationship problems. It sounds like they have a lack of communication. It sounds like they need to work out some issues of their own, and it sounds like she's ready to move forward and he isn't. And maybe we don't know the details here, but she could actually be pressuring family members to go and talk to him because she wants to get married sooner, and that's the step that he's not ready for. That actually is a little bit shady and potentially even coercive. So you may be helping to further an agenda that you're not actually aware of here. I would be careful about that. I would definitely be careful about how you handle the situation and what your role in interfering is. I know that she came to you and she said that she wanted basically for you to talk to him, but I don't, again, think that's healthy, and I think that that's actually a little manipulative on her part. If they were ready for more kids, then they both should be ready for more kids, and they both should be ready for marriage. So anyhow, good luck to you and good luck to your brother and his girlfriend. Hopefully they can work out their issues, and hopefully they can do so in their own terms and without the interference of others. Anyhow, take care, good luck, and I'll see you later. Well folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider giving me a like if you thought I did a good job. Consider giving me a dislike if you thought I did a poor job. Take care, and I'll see you all later.